Hey guys, welcome back to the Sensor Pop channel. Today we're gonna have a card discussion about a card that is recently dropped in our area. So it is the BROLY card, and if you are missing out on all this information, what happens is that a couple of months ago, I think like 1 month ago, Bandai announces that they are gonna remaster the old BROLY movie, and then they're gonna screen it in the cinema again. The thing is, if you go to make a promotion out of it, if you go to a certain cinema, a certain theater, what you're gonna get is that you're gonna get a BROLY leader card, a new one for as a promotion item. So this is gonna be a promo card, and this is not something that you can go to a card shop and buy it or do something about it to get it. You have to go and watch the movie, be in a specific theater just to get this. So the stock on this card might be very limited, and but at a point of time when they release it, they only releases the artwork, but they did not release the ability. So last Friday, Bandai finally dropped the bomb and let us watch see the ability on it, and the whole community lost their shit because this is not a good card in many people's opinion. And the truth is, when I woke up to the news, it was all on my handy, right? And then I was reading on it and I go like, oh my god, this is not a good card. But throughout the day I've been thinking about it. I had to make some journey from some places to another place, so I have a lot of time to think. So I've been reading about the cards and giving some thoughts about it, and to think about whether is it good or bad. And this is going to be a discussion on my channel, and this is it. And let's take a look at the card. So this is the card. When this card attacks a leader card, you may choose a card from your life and place it in your drop area, not to your hands, to the drop area. Basically, you're critting yourself. If you do so, place up to 3 cards from the top of the deck into the drop area. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in your hands and place it in the drop area. So think about this. You're critting yourself so that you get 3 overwhelm energy. If you do so, place up to 3 cards from the top of the deck into your drop area. You get 3. And then with the card that you just put, that's 4. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hands and place it into the drop area. When your card is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards, which kind of replenish your hand size, and flip this card over. This part is very, very important. You get to draw cards instead of untap energy. So let's look at the awakened side. The awakened side is this. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Then you may choose one of your non-token, non-black cards and place it in the drop area. What do you get with this? If you do so, your opponent chooses 1 card in your hands and place it into the drop area. So when this card attacks, you get to draw 1 card, and if you sack one of your creatures, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hands and place it into the drop area. So hand size control, that's very typical of BROLY. And it has another activate main. Once per turn, choose 1 card in your hands and place it in the drop area. If you try to discard 1, choose one of your opponent's battle card. No restriction, no 5 or less, 4 or less. Choose one of them and KO it. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can do it. Alright? So a lot of complaints is that people always compare this BROLY with the old green BROLY. There's only the other one leader card, and they said, okay, the old green one is better because he does things better. But if you think about this, this is not your typical BROLY. This is not designed to be a better green BROLY. This is designed to be a very aggressive take on BROLY when it comes to him being a black leader. So it's about overwhelming and not having things in your board that you don't need, those small little creatures that you can sack that hits. So what are the good setup for this? Number 1, great hand control. If you think about this, right? So you can play it, I will play it with red and I'll play it with black. Red and black. And the thing is, this is not Mars Saiyan, so you don't need a lot of black cards just to get the crit. Actually, you need more red then, or maybe 50-50. I have to think about this, but this is just my first thought, right? Green is not going to work with this leader. I will play red, get all the crit hitters, those things that hits for crit, and then I'll play also 50% of black cards, or maybe 45% of black cards that also hits for crit or control hand sizes. So for example, what you can do is the crit trunks, the 1 drop that you take alive, which is so painful, right? Because, or you can play the 2 drop critical trunks that also takes alive. Definitely you're gonna play Champa. So imagine this, that you play when you attack a leader card, you choose 1 card, put it in your drop area, 3 cards you mill. Then he has to choose whether he wants to do something about it or take the life, but he has to drop a card. After he drops a card, then you could also swing with your critical trunks, that 2 drop, if you have it on your field, and he has to deal with it. So he has to drop more cards, or he has to take the damage. Taking the damage does not increase his hand size, he has to drop it into his area, so he's gonna lose out anyway. Then with the 4 energy, you crit, you come out with the 20k critical mirror, the one in the villain expansion pack, and then you swing for it, and then you Champa it, and then you try to produce this type of pressure when it comes to him. When your when your life is 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards, flip it over. So this whole idea is that to get cards and not to untap your energy. So it is not encouraging you to play big drop creatures, especially at the back. You are supposed to play disposable ones that you can use to generate your ability. So when this card attacks, you draw 1 card, you may choose, you sack one of it. So it's the end of the turn, right? So when you swing with more critical stuff trying to hit him, and then your opponents, and when you attack, then you draw 1 card, and then you sack the creature that you used to attack him, and then after that your opponent has to drop his cards even more. So imagine if you're playing with like mirrors, and you swing with him, you swing with crit trunks, and then you're trying to Champa him, and then when this card attacks, your opponent hand size is really very little, and then you try to drop a card, and he has to be forced to drop a card. And then if you need to, you may choose 1 card in your hands and KO one of the cards that they have on their things, on their battle area, just to make board control. So this is my first thought. Is he a good leader, a very great leader? No, I don't think so. He is definitely far from it, but he is also far from being a bad leader. It is how BROLY works, right? BROLY, destroy yourself just to get advantage. So he is someone he's a berserker. He's gonna attack everybody, including his allies, which is you, the one who is playing. So I really, if you think that he is a better green BROLY, no, he is not. If you want to play him as a green BROLY, no, he is not to be played that way. I think we need to think him as a more typical black leader, where overround mechanics, plus his ability to destroy hands and destroy board at the expense of yourself. So many people are speculating and said, hey, maybe when it comes to set 5, we have more support for him. That would be good. But so far with him, I don't think he is objectively a very, very bad leader. So he's definitely not a good BROLY, better green BROLY, but he himself, is it a good leader? Maybe he might be in the future, but as of now, he's very subjective, very difficult to play. But I'll still play him anyway because he's BROLY. So these are my opinions and thoughts. And if you have any opinions and thoughts about it, write down in the comments below. I appreciate all the subscribe, all the comments, all the likes that you can have, that you can give to my channel and my videos. And for those who are watching, I wish you a nice day and see you soon. Ciao, ciao, bye.